So let's say you want to get into this angel investing thing. What is that? Over the last few years, you've probably seen companies like Uber go public, and you want to be part of that action. Because I know I certainly do, and there's very little guidance in terms of angel investing. There's a lot more guidance for like regular stock market investing on YouTube and other channels, and it's very hard to get started. There are a few angel programs. I know we have Angel Squad at Hustle Fund, and that community has just been great, and thank you, Brian, for setting that up. I really admire Angel Squad. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, which I assume everyone is because this is my first YouTube video ever. My name is Wesley, and I'm currently a growth intern at Hustle Fund. And on this channel, I seek to document everything I learn, the growth and struggles, going from knowing very little about venture capital investing to hopefully one day taking part on your cap table or investing alongside you. In today's video, we'll be talking about angel investing, the pros, the cons, and whether it is worth it to me, so you can decide if it's worth it for you. I've been a growth intern at Hustle Fund for a little under 2 months now, and it's been an incredible experience to see venture from an inside perspective, especially during the last couple months. And I felt incredibly blessed to be surrounded by such amazing people at the fund. They've really inspired me in all aspects of, you know, marketing, from the marketing aspect to the investing side to even like relationships with founders. It's been a blast. So first of all, what is angel investing? Angel investing is the process of investing personal capital into early stage startups in exchange for equity. This process provides startups with the necessary funding to grow, while also offering investors the potential for significant returns if the startup succeeds. There's a lot of financial struggle that a company might get into. So the pros of becoming an angel investor. I think Elizabeth Yin in this video talks about it the best, and here's a clip to it now.
I think angel investing is incredibly interesting. It's an amazing way to give back to new companies who are starting interesting, very impactful projects and companies. Obviously, everybody has different things that they gravitate towards and different causes and problems that they want to solve, but angel investing is a great way to put a dent in that. I think the other thing that people are sometimes ashamed to talk about is angel impact can also have huge life-changing impact on people's financial lives. You know, I think the returns that you see in angel investing are unparalleled. You can get upwards of 100x or 1000x multiple return on your investment, and you don't have to be investing a whole lot of money to be able to make that kind of life-changing amount.
All right, so the pros of becoming an angel investor. There's high potential returns. Successful startups can generate significant returns that are often life-changing for an angel investor. So this is the only asset class where you can have a 100x multiple or 600x multiple, 1000x multiple on your investment. That being said, return doesn't come without a caveat, right? Very little startups are able to succeed, and they will end up failing in the first couple of years. Secondly, you get to support innovation. As an angel investor, you have an opportunity to contribute growth to the innovative companies that are changing the world. You can take pride in knowing that your investments are helping to drive technological advancements and progress in our society. And I think this is one of the main reasons a lot of founders get into angel investing after they have exited their own companies. Number 3, networking opportunities. Angel investing comes with an incredible network effect built into it. You get to meet some of the top founders or the top venture capitalists in the industry. You get to go to events. There is a lot of potential for building out your network and meeting very interesting people doing very different things. Some of the most interesting people I've ever talked with have come from venture. And there's also a mentorship and personal growth perspective, right? So many angel investors, their competitive advantage over like a traditional venture capital firm is they have time. So they can dedicate a lot of time to helping the founders with their special expertise, whether that be in marketing or if you're in tech and you can give guidance there. And finally, you have the thrill of the journey, right? How fun it is to invest alongside other founders and support these groups of people that are trying to change the world. And I know it's crazy to see and it's crazy to think about, but just being along for the ride and kind of taking place and just knowing you're like funding the next Uber or the next Apple even. Now let's go into the cons of becoming an investor. I think there are definitely considerations that you should take into account, and I think Justin Kahn does a really good example of highlighting one of them.
First off, don't angel invest any money you're not prepared to lose.
What are some cons of being an angel investor? So there is a high risk component to angel investing, right? Out of 20 companies, 2 of them will probably end up succeeding in a meaningful way, right? The odds of companies failing is incredibly high. So you have to be able to tolerate that some of your investments are going to zero, whether you like it or not. So if you can understand how the mathematics works out, I think it sets you up for more success versus investing in 1 or 2 angel investments and they both going to zero and could be very demoralizing at first. Number 2, it's illiquid. I think startups are one of the most illiquid types of investments you can make. They're not like stocks where you can sell them out anytime you like. Typically, you have to wait for a liquidation event. So whether they get acquired or have an IPO, those are typically your 2 main liquidation effects. And that's when you'll end up seeing your money. So it makes it difficult for you to have access to your capital if you really need it. Not recommended if you're using cash that you see you need in the foreseeable future. Another thing is you have a lack of control. As an angel investor compared to some of the other shareholders, you'll have less of a say, which might be okay, but you really have to trust the founders and the team. I really want to look for a team that I think will survive over time. I think that's highly important. There's also a significant time commitment involved in angel investing, especially. You have to do a lot more due diligence to make sure you pick out the right team, the right founders, where you have to take part in a syndicate and watch for their deals. There's a lot of time commitment that maybe if you're very passive in stocks, you might be able to get away with, like investing in the S&P, for example, and just not having that time commitment need. So if you want to be active and get into angel investing, I think it's an active investing situation. It's not a passive investing situation. It might be passive maybe 3 years down the line where you have very little control and there are other VCs in the mix that are helping these founders drive growth. Over time, some companies will be more passive, but I think as a rule of thumb, there's going to be substantial time commitments in like vetting the founder, making sure he's a good fit, making sure that you think this is a model that can grow into a very large company. And finally, there's definitely a learning curve, right? It involves understanding the nuances of various industries, technologies, or business models. But the plus side to this is you're gonna really develop an expertise to make informed decisions on specific investments and be able to identify them over time. So finally, these are my thoughts on why angel investing is beneficial for me and why I want to get into this and hopefully give you the ability to decide if this is something you want to pursue. So jumping into the realm of angel investing has been an absolute blast. I've had the chance to connect with some of the most exceptional and inspiring people ever. All thanks to this exhilarating ecosystem. Angel investing isn't a perfect fit for everyone, and that's totally fine. So if it's not a fit for you, it might be fit for someone else or someone else you know, or you are more suited for other types of investments. There's a rather steep learning curve that even I'm just barely starting to navigate through and chip away at. That's exactly why I started this channel, to document my journey and invite you to join me in this experience. So if that resonates with you, make sure you hit that subscribe button and let's connect on other platforms as well. As we embark on this journey together, we'll learn, grow, and perhaps even stumble a few times, but hey, that's the part of the process. I'm committed to this journey for the long run, and if you or anyone you know can offer insights or benefit from this wild ride, please don't hesitate to reach out. I genuinely enjoy meeting new people and exchanging conversations, so let's dive in and explore these possibilities together. Clearly, I'm not a millionaire yet, nor do I meet the income requirements required to angel invest. I will be taking an alternative route to get my accreditation instead. If you are curious to see how I tackle the Series 65 and ultimately achieve accredited investor status, please be sure to follow along right here on my YouTube channel. Thanks a ton. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.